Hello, this is Anait from the Center for Countering Disinformation. Welcome to our new project, Stand With or Against Ukraine, where we delve into the most resonant and questionable claims by Western speakers and media about events in Ukraine. In his post on X, formerly known as Twitter, Italian journalist Angelo Giuliano called the European Union's support for Ukraine a criminal act, claiming that EU knows that Ukraine cannot win, no matter how much money it sends. He added that the EU sanctions will lead to hundreds of thousands of new Ukrainian deaths. However, it's important to recognize that Ukraine is fighting for its life, and the support of our Western partners is vital to our country's survival in the face of unjustified Russian aggression. Questioning the ineffectiveness of further financial aid, as Angelo Giuliano and other speakers do, is designed to undermine the Western support that Ukraine depends on. This week, Tucker Carlson made a big announcement of his interview with Putin in Moscow. While explaining his reasoning behind his decision to interview the Russian dictator, Tucker said that the world should see the stories of both sides, the Ukrainian and the Russian, and that he also made a request to interview Zelensky. It's important to note that Ukraine and its leaders are open to communication with all media representatives as we strive to tell the world about the realities of the war that Ukrainians are facing. However, since Tucker Carlson chose to interview the war criminal Putin first, it is difficult to understand his priority and journalistic integrity. Commenting on the prospect of Congress approving another $60 billion in arms and aid for Ukraine, American journalist Clayton Morris said in his podcast Redacted that these weapons will certainly not reach the battlefield and will end up not only in Ukraine but also in the Middle East, Asia and Africa. The argument that Western weapons delivered to Ukraine will eventually be resold on the black market is another attempt to undermine the military aid that is so crucial to Ukraine's defense against Russian attacks. The Center for Countering Disinformation conducted a detailed analysis debunking this narrative and released a report, Black Market Weapons, which you can read on our website. Political commentator Alexander Mercurius claims that all of Russia's missile strikes on Ukraine have a strictly military purpose. However, official reports on the destruction caused by Russian missile attacks in Ukraine prove the opposite. Houses, apartment buildings, grocery stores, restaurants, and all these are civilian infrastructure objects targeted by Russia. Contrary to Mercurius' claim, Russian attacks in Ukraine are causing immense harm to innocent civilians and are far from exclusively targeting military objectives. Thank you for joining us today as we uncover the truth behind the questionable statements of Western speakers and media about Ukraine. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and remember, truth can have different angles. Seek out the right one.